Hi there. I just got back from the Wonderland Trail and I thought I'd show you my unpacking process. I'm a new backpacker, so this is all new to me, but I started out with a 12-day backpack trip. I went with 3 other women and we split the way that we carried things so that myself and one other, we shared a few items. So we shared a tent, cooking gear, and a few things like that. So she had the tent and I had the cooking gear and a few other things. So that's how we kind of divided and conquered. So we did a 12-day trip, August 10th through August 22nd. All right, here's what I have. So I have my Osprey backpack, Osprey Aura 65. It worked great. It hugs you really nicely so that the weight is really well distributed. So much better than my last backpack. So love this. On the bottom, I kept my sleeping bag in this area, and that worked out great. On the outside, I wanted my rain gear really accessible. I had a rule for myself that if it rained, I would immediately put on the pack cover because I didn't want my stuff to get wet. So being a new backpacker, I didn't know if I could dry off, and so by keeping my stuff dry was really good. So pack cover. Then my raincoat is next. I kept things in a particular order so I would know where they were. Raincoat next, and then rain pants last, kind of in order of importance. So rain pants out there. So very, very easily accessible. So I had those. On the other side, I had my camp shoes. These are sometimes considered a luxury item, but after a day of hiking around a mountain in your big giant boots, camp shoes are really nice. My feet really hurt after a day was done, so it was great to have these. All right, also accessible on the outside of my pack, right over here, was Kleenex. I use these Kleenex packs instead of toilet paper. About 1 Kleenex pack was the perfect amount for one day. A little baggie is to collect the toilet paper throughout the day, and then you throw it in one of the many toilets that you pass along the trail. And a camera, so I could always have my camera accessible. And then also on the outside of my pack, I had a poo shovel, and this is actually not for poo, it's for digging a hole for poo. But we passed bathrooms all along the way, and we slept in camps that had bathrooms, so we didn't really need this. So this is definitely extra. I wouldn't bring that again. Then my water filter is also super easily accessible. So I used a Sawyer Mini, and it works really well, actually. The one flaw with it is this is so small, it's hard to gather water in. If you're at a little waterfall, it's perfect. So you fill this bag up with a waterfall or a river or something, hook it to this, and then the system that I have, I added a little attachment to my 3-liter bladder. So you pull that off, and you just snap this in. And then this is full of water, and then you just roll that in. So if you do this about 9 times, you get a full bladder on the inside of your pack. All right, and then you just put this back on, and it worked really quite well. The Sawyer Mini is actually such a good filter that I only needed to backwash it with this guy twice on the entire trip. So that all worked out really well. Okay, on the top of the pack, also easily accessible, I had sort of the bathroom on the very top. So that meant for me a headlamp, which is in here. Wilderness wipes, which after a couple days of backpacking, you realize that this is not a luxury item, as I did think it was going to be. I needed that. And my 2 little bathroom bags. So one of them was devoted to toothbrushing. So a little cut toothbrush and a little cut flosser. My retainer, which ended up being helpful for sleeping. One of my campmates didn't bring her night guard, and she wished she had because she had trouble sleeping without it. And I put toothpaste in this little vial instead of bringing the bigger one because this is about a quarter of the weight of that. And then in the other bathroom bag are the more dry things. So the wet things kind of stayed in here. the sunscreen, a mirror, Advil, which I used quite often, one extra lip balm. I have the other one on the outside of my pack right here. So in case this got lost, I had an extra one because I'm sort of addicted to lip balm. A Breva in case I got a cold sore, and Aquaphor, which I didn't use. I probably wouldn't bring that back, but to me, I usually liked having a little bit of that with me. So then right here, I have the lip balm, I have hand sanitizer, and a little towel. So that's that. And then there's one more pocket here. So in this, we had first aid. I had the first aid kit for the whole group. We shared a satellite phone. This is a little bit of a luxury item. Most people who you pass on the trail have one, so you probably do not need this. But it was a nice peace of mind to have. We didn't need it in any way, but we mainly, out of this kit, we mainly used moleskin and tape for the moleskin. We didn't really need much else first aid, thank goodness. So we got lucky on that. And then I brought a bag of bags, and this was handy. Good to have some extra bags, and they're actually really lightweight, so they don't take up much room. All right, and then inside the pack are a few more items, obviously. So we've got, on the top I had my food, easily accessible, and I ate it all, so I don't have any more. But I brought 2 ways to hold food, and it ended up that I needed this one, the 13 liter. 13 is perfect for one person for about a 5-day amount of food, which is about what we had at any given time. So we cached food along the way, so we picked up twice. This is my bear bag. It's waterproof, very handy to have waterproof. I highly recommend it. But I didn't put an odor-proof barrier bag in, and I would next time. I had one, but I put it in a hungry hiker bin at the cache point because I didn't think it was necessary. I would not do that again. So a little critter got up on the bear pole and ate through my bag and ate one of my breakfasts. So fortunately, my campers helped me out. I thought we would use this for 2 people's food because it's double size, but this was too big and too heavy. So we ended up putting our boots. It was perfect size to put 2 pairs of boots plus all our sort of stuff that didn't fit in the tent, and we'd fold it up and lock it up, put it outside the tent at night, and we could hear if a critter was trying to break in to gnaw on our shoelaces. So, so this ended up being like a little closet for us, plus it's waterproof, so it was really handy to have that, even though we didn't use it as intended. Okay. So in my bag, I've got these are my extra clothes. So I wore hiking pants, smart wool socks, a polar fleece for my friend Janine, a tank top, a nylon tank top, and a sport bra. So all this is basically nylon or wool or polar fleece. The only cotton I had was my bandana, which was handy for dipping in lakes and things when it was warm out. I could kind of cool off with the bandana and use it kind of as a rag. And then my extra wearables were a pair of gloves, one extra shirt. This is a tank top, and so I wanted a shirt with sleeves, which was really helpful because my backpack kind of attacked my shoulders when I wasn't wearing shoulder protection. So having sleeves ended up being really handy. One extra pair of underwear, one extra pair of socks, and under my socks I wore cut nylons, an old pair of nylons that I cut, and these help with blister prevention. So between a pretty decent pair of boots and nylons, I didn't get any blisters, thank goodness. And then I brought long underwear, so what I would do at night is I would get in the tent and remove the hiking pants and put on the long underwear, and then I was all set for the night. I didn't have to change anything else. So went really minimal on clothes. Brought a puffy. It got kind of cold at night and in the morning, so that was really nice to have, and a hat. So that's my clothes. Our kitchen, which I shared with my friend, is right here. So we brought 3 fuels, which was 1 too many. And so this is the only one we used in 5 days. So unfortunately, we had too many, but that's okay. I probably would not bring that much fuel again. Here is our stove. So we had a little snow peak. So operator error for me was it opens up here, and then it threads on, so it works really nicely. It's very, very simple, but my error was I let two of these go side by side like that, and then putting the pan on it just fell right off. So that we only did that once, but it was enough to kind of be mad at my stove, but it was really mad at me. So Snow Peak worked really well. And our kitchen was like this. So we used a Sea to Summit pan, which does and these are bowls and cups. So this pops up, and this acts as pot holder. So that was really handy with a metal bottom. And then the bowls have a cutting board on the back. They pop up like an accordion as well, and so do the cups. So we had a set for 2 people lived in the pan. So that was really handy, and it locks back up really very easily. So it was quick and easy, and it washed out well and didn't keep any smells. So I really liked this system. I'm excited to use it next time I go camping. So that, and then in the camp kitchen, we also, I had my spork and my friend's spork. We brought electrolytes. I found an electrolyte I really like. I'm not a spokesperson for anybody, but I liked Light Show, L-Y-T-E Show. I got it on Amazon. It doesn't have any flavor, so I really liked that one. I used a mini Bic to light the stove, but had extra matches just in case. Did not need them. These are light anywhere matches. And then we had salt, and just in case, as well as Dr. Bronner's. So Dr. Bronner's was good for washing dishes, but you cannot rinse in a water source on Mount Rainier. So we didn't wash with soap as often as we would have liked, but oh well, what are you gonna do? So then we also have my map. We shared one map between the 4 of us, and one permit and one pen. So we would write on our map, take notes on our map throughout the trip. And then I previously, before leaving, I cut out some magazine articles. I didn't bring any actual books or actual magazines, but just a few articles. So that was really good reading. And my Thermarest, I used the Neo Air from Thermarest brand. It's super comfortable, but it's loud. So I felt like a potato. Every time I rolled over, I felt like I was making the sound of a crunching potato chip. So I nicknamed it Chip, which made me feel better about it. But I felt like I was waking people up whenever I rolled around. And then I had this like etc. bin, or a little bag. In my etc. bag, I had rope. I thought we would need rope to hang the bear food, but we didn't. They have everything that you need at each pole. An emergency blanket, thank goodness we did not need that. Hand warmers. Luckily, we went at a time that just happened to be a little bit warmer than we needed for hand warmers. This repair tape, which is called tenacious tape. We loaned some to other campers who had holes in their gear, so that worked well. Extra batteries and extra camera batteries, which I would continually need every couple days along the trip. I would need another battery for my camera. A little sewing kit, which did come in handy, and a little roll of duct tape, which also came in handy. So that's our extras bin. And finally, the last thing in here, besides my Camelback, which I really liked, a 3-liter Camelback, is a trail book, which I tried to take notes in, but I was so tired every day I didn't take a whole lot of notes. So anyway, I hope that seeing what I brought and seeing what I made mistakes on could help you if you decide to do the Wonderland or another trail. And I had a great time. I hope that you will do it someday. Thanks.